Good morning and welcome to the Take Your Life Back Today show. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am your addiction recovery coach and your life coach and the host of this show. Folks, how many people have you run into that were nice to you but later ended up being very fake to you? Some people walk around each and every day with a mask on. You don't know until you find out the hard way. The actual differences between being nice and being fake can be very overwhelming. Who is nice and who is fake, you might ask? That's all we really try to figure out each and every day, isn't it? It seems like there's such a simple concept to try to figure out the differences between the two, but when you get down, deep down into it, it actually is a lot more complicated than you thought. It's about meeting people and then suddenly the people that you just met getting sucker punched by them after you thought they actually wanted to be your friend, that they wanted to actually help you or possibly just be part of your life. It's about meeting people like that. It's about thinking people are being genuine when they say you're a friend, but you really are nothing more to them than a tool for them to use you. You usually get left in the dark wondering where in the world all these fake people came from, and you are desperately seeking just someone anywhere that is genuine. You remember them as you think back, as the time went on. I mean, how many times can you really think back and you say, God, that person was so fake, and I trusted that person, and I thought this person was genuine. You opened your arms and you said, come into my life, just to be let down. So I'm going to try to break it down to the bare bones. I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible to find out the differences between nice people and fake people and show you what the true differences are with some of these examples. Nice is doing an act of kindness. Listen to this. Nice is doing an act of kindness. Fake is telling somebody about it after. The one that has to go and advertise it, not just to the person that they were nice to, but to the whole neighborhood. Nice is genuine. Fake is insincere. Nice is warmly answering the door. Fake is kissing both cheeks. Nice is checking in on a friend. Fake is sending a check. Nice is being good person. Fake is trying to be a friend. Nice is being there when you have a call. Fake is chewing your ear off. Nice is just being there. Fake is always wanting to be there. Nice is being there with your wallet. Fake is trying to get into your wallet. Nice is holding the door. Fake is slamming it halfway. Nice is being kind. Fake is being some kind of way. Nice is listening to your stories. Fake is always telling fake stories. Nice is holding a cup of coffee. Fake, my friends, is always buying you one. Nice is being accountable. Fake is being relatable. Nice is being real. Fake is being, again, relatable. Sorry, that's a repeat. Nice is being real, I should have said. Fake is being real world. Nice is lending a hand. Fake is giving a gift. Nice is being good to you. Fake is always giving it to you good. And nice is a hello. Fake is always goodbye. Nice is a smile. Fake is a frown. Fake people will eventually be called out. There is no doubt in my mind. Who is really nice to you in your life, and who do you think is really fake? Just think about what I'm saying to you, because I can think of a few people in my life, and probably so can you. The thing is that I'm not asking you to call them out one by one. I am asking you to be cautious, because the person that you think sometimes is the most nicest person ends up being the fakest person. Listen to this again. Nice is doing an act of kindness. Somebody that's kind to you. Fake is telling someone about it. So if I did something kind for you and I ran to the neighbor, that, my friends, is fake. Nice is genuine. Fake is insincere. Nice is warmly answering the door. Fake is kissing both cheeks. Nice is checking in on a friend. Fake is sending that friend a check. Nice is being a good person. Fake is trying to be a friend. Nice is being there when you have a call. Fake is chewing your ears off. Nice is just being there. Fake is always wanting to be there. Nice is being there with your wallet. Fake are the people trying to get into your wallet. Nice is holding the door. Fake is being some kind of way. Nice is being kind. Fake is being some kind of way. Nice is holding a cup of coffee. Fake is always buying you one. Nice is listening to your stories. Fake is always telling fake stories. Nice is being accountable for your actions. Fake is being relatable. Nice is being real. Fake, my friends, is being on the real world. Nice is always around. Fake is only there when it's convenient for them. Nice is lending a hand. Fake is giving a gift. Nice is being good to you. Fake is always giving it to you. Nice is hello. Fake is always goodbye, friends. I'm sure somewhere, wherever you're watching me, in your living room, your kitchen, your office, possibly at a correction facility, or wherever, a rehab center, there are people in our lives, no matter how you try to avoid them, that are fake. I can usually spot the fake ones just because I do this all the time, and I read and I study, and they have the clearest signs of being the most fake people in life. They're the ones that walk around smiling and acting as if everything in their life was so perfect. Those are, my friends, the most fake people that you can run into. Because no matter how nice you are, no matter how nice I am, I still show emotions. And these fake people, in front of people, act as though their life is so perfect. But behind closed doors, it's totally different. Folks, be aware, because it's one thing to run into fake people. It's one thing to learn from those fake people how to avoid them. But it's another thing when those people take advantage of you. For the people that are watching me that are older than I am, those fake people, you need to watch them, because they will rob you blind. They will say and do anything to get into your finances. They will say and do anything to get into your stuff. People will prey on the elders. They will prey on the handicaps, disabled, and they will prey on the people that they feel that they can get over on. Please watch out between a real nice person and a fake person, because once these fake people get a hold of whatever they're trying to get a hold of, it is gone then at that point. It is a pretty simple way to find out, and that is to see when they do something for you, do they advertise it? When they talk to you, they just keep talking and talking and talking and never let you even get a word in. And all you become is a nice listener. They're the ones that instead of maybe checking up on a person that might be in trouble, a friend or something, they'd rather just send them something. A nice person really goes to the house and checks on that person. A nice person is accountable for no matter what they do, they are accountable. A fake person will just be relatable. They will compare their stories. A nice person is always around. A fake person is only there when it's convenient. Be careful. I kind of look at a fake person as the snake in Adam and Eve. That snake just, no matter what, looked for the weaker of the two, and then went to Eve and told Eve, or tried to get Eve, and actually did get Eve to bite into that apple, even though God said no. A fake person is like a snake. Be careful for them. They're out there, and some of them, I'm telling you, my friends, are very good at what they do. They will convince you that they have every good intentions, but my friends, I'm telling you right now, they really don't. They're there to gain for themselves. They're there to take advantage of you. Be careful. Every person in life is a person that has certain qualities and is a person that has certain things that maybe aren't that strong. But every person in life can change of who they are if they truly want. But people don't change. It's sometimes the mask that falls off that make those people look differently than they appeared. When that mask falls off, that's it. Then you have figured out who that person really is. Remember, God gave you 86,400 seconds to live today. Thank God for that. And what are you going to do with those seconds? Well, take a few to thank God. To say, God, Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing me to wake up this early morning, Monday morning. Heavenly Father, thank you for blessing me, for having a good night's sleep and having a family and finances and a home and some food. Thank God. Please protect me from those fake people that are out there, because they really are out there. God is real. God is never fake. God doesn't have to be someone he's not. God is who he is for many thousands of years now. God will never change. God will be there. God will take care of you. But all you need to do is to start believing in God. Say, Heavenly Father, I give my life today to you. I give my life for you to guide and direct me each and every day, because obviously I keep running into these fake people that take advantage of me. And if you're watching me and you are one of those fake people, shame on you for taking advantage, people. Shame on you. Shame on you for going around pretending to be someone that you're not. Eventually, if you're watching me right now, eventually your mask will fall off and you will be called out. Eventually that will happen. But you know what? What's beautiful about life and the world is that there are more good people, there are more nice people than fake people. For the good person that's watching me, the nice person, just be careful. Pick and choose who you associate with yourself with. Pick and choose who you feel are truly nice to you, that they're genuine. And if there are people in your life that you feel that they're wearing a mask, it is time to let them go. Be polite about it, but let them go. And never, ever let your guard down. I hope this Monday morning, October 2nd, October 2nd, 2017 is the best day in your life. And I hope that you start this week putting your guard up around people that you might feel that are fake. And remember that God is never, ever anything other than he has proven to be real. Let your arms open up. Reach up to God and say, Heavenly Father, help me, guide and direct me. I thank you for having health. I thank you for being able to get up in the morning. And I thank you for everything that is so positive in my life. And God, for all the negative things that are in my life, I ask you, please, God, guide and direct me. I hope to God you all have a great day. And till next time, may God bless you. And watch out for those fake people. Eventually, their masks will fall off, and you'll call them out. And may God bless you.